Alright.
Step away from your sign.
This is John, reading from John chapter 4. Beautiful parable, real fast. Jesus, his disciples, they're, I forgot where they're going, but they're going somewhere.
And just open up the word and start preaching.
Anyway, so they go, and I'll just read. It says, therefore, when the Lord knew that the Pharisees had heard that Jesus made and baptized more disciples than John, though Jesus himself did not baptize but his disciples, he left Judea and departed again to Galilee. Okay, so basically, they're going to the city called Galilee, small little fishing town. However, God bless you, man.
Wait, why are you giving that water?
That's
We're
hot.
just...
I mean, I'll take it, but is it poison water?
No, it's not.
Just kidding.
It's from Walmart.
Okay,
If you want, we can pray over it and make it holy water, I guess.
Oh, here, we'd also love to give you a cross.
Okay, thank
For
you.
sure. Yes. Oh, nice dog.
But the reason that we're out here, we just want to be a light to the community. We love the city of Rogers, and we just want to give back to the city and just offer free bottles of water to people. And
Perfect. Maybe you can cancel those people out.
Are they charging? Are they charging
pushing
hard?
poison into people?
What are they doing?
I don't know, but I didn't even ask. But I'm 99.9% sure it's the code.
Oh.
I said maybe you can cancel that out with
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
free, so.
I'll take God's protection versus that,
Me
just a
too.
little bit.
Yeah.
My immune system works.
That's how I feel.
Exactly.
I don't understand, like, because I noticed that I work for Amazon, and I noticed that Google and Facebook are now forced, like, making it mandatory, which is terrifying for me. I'm like, usually it's like a domino effect.
Yeah.
When one corporation does it, the other
Like
one
my
does
job,
it.
they're bribing people. They're giving like
Mine too.
$150 if you take.
Mine too.
I'm like, what in the heck? What?
It's terrifying.
And-
Why are they raffling off cars, trips, lottery tickets?
Yeah, there's.
And then this is not what's getting me. Now the mainstream media is saying they don't work anymore. That they're not working.
No, they'll keep you from dying. You'll still go to the hospital, but they'll keep you from
now
dying.
Dr. Fauci came out today and said they just don't work at all anymore for the new variant or whatever.
Oh, Delta,
okay,
yes.
Okay, great. Then why are you still pushing it and still paying people and raffling off lottery tickets? And it's like literally exciting.
I can tell you.
I can't even be nice to those people. They were trying to talk to me and I was this close to just being like,
If it doesn't make any sense, somebody's making money off of it.
It's this country right here that China's after.
Yep.
And it's bad.
Yep.
They were protesting for the past 10 years against them, and because of their, I think it's coming up in the next within the 20 years, they actually are supposed to go back under Chinese rule from the British colony era. So the people of Hong Kong are like fighting just not to be like that. And Hong Kong is like
I think around the,
communism.
The whole world. My friend, I have a friend in Australia.
Yeah.
He just messaged me today and said
Do y'all care for some free
they're
water?
using the military force now on us, and they're
Mhm.
going like door to door with the military. And
Wow.
he's like, I'm terrified right now.
That is
He's like,
They don't have freedom of speech. They don't have
I
a
mean, they took their
constitution
guns
similar to
away.
ours.
They took their guns away like 10 years
Long-
ago.
yep.
So
Yeah.
that's when that all happened.
Have you seen
Yeah.
South Africa lately?
Yeah.
That's sad.
I mean, it's literally like a precursor of what's going to happen here. And here's the thing. I just moved here from California. It was really bad there. That's why I
Yep.
got out of there, because it was really
Oh,
bad.
wow.
Smart.
Shoot, yeah.
But I'm going, this is what annoys me about this area, is that because it hasn't been so, it had minor little episodes of tyranny here and there, but because it hasn't been so bad here, people aren't like, in
They don't care.
California, we were like, they gave us a curfew till like the end of time, and at 10 o'clock we were out, like thousands of us protesting with flags. The police departments all stood up and said, we're not supporting this. Like, we all like band together. Here, everyone's like, they don't like it, but they're like, okay, we'll just do
bend
it
over
anyway.
for it.
Exactly. I'm like,
Yeah.
bad, because I'm like, you guys do not want to have
We're
happen.
letting them take our voice
And
away.
that's exactly what happened in California, because we were just like, okay for so long, and then it finally, like, we've been pushing back. But I got here, and like, the only school district that, and I sent my kids to was Bentonville, that were forcing mask mandates. The other
Yeah.
schools were making it like, you can choose or whatever. And my son has really bad asthma. Long story short, I fought them. They were using the police against me. Like anytime I go up there to try to get him accommodated because he has asthma, they would call the police. It was like a whole thing. So long story short, the DOJ found them guilty, which shocked me, of not accommodating my son's needs. And now that there's this new variant that's apparently so deadly, it's somehow we're all still standing.
And it's more deadlier.
Why are the hospitals like?
That's the
I do fire alarm inspections, and I've been into like Springdale Hospital, Rogers, and all the way to what's the small town? No, Boonville. I've been in Boonville all the way down there. Boonville, none of the nurses has masks on, and they had a COVID patients in there, and the COVID room was taped off, and when they went in there, they went in a full hazmat suit.
Yeah.
That's the only way to truly protect yourself with this.
Well, exactly. You still have eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you still can't. But not only that, there's no credit hospitals. Like, what is going on? And then, but anyways, to make a long story short, they're trying. So our legislation made masks like
Mandatory.
Illegal this past summer.
Yeah.
So Asa, fucking piece of shit, excuse my French, is trying to make it, is trying to change.
He's taking it back.
Calling a special session.
Yep.
So I called my legislator because I was like, I'm not doing this again. I went through hell last year with my son's case and going through the DOJ and getting withdrawn. I'm not doing this again. So I called my legislator today and I just told her, like, you know, my son was supposed to get a due process. He didn't get it because the state ran out of money, and the reason they ran out of money is because they were like, there are thousands of kids like your son. Legislation needs to hurry up and change these laws and fix these laws because you're not the only one, and blah blah blah. So I called my state legislator today and told them that. I was like, please do not let them change these laws, and I went through hell on this way. They're actually taking my son's case on Monday to the special sessions to like fight to help fight against so that they won't like retract on this law of not making it mandatory.
And that's what it is a lot of people won't speak up. And if enough people speak up, then they do have to do something.
She's like, I want to help you. She's like, give me this stuff because I want to bring this up at our special session. And
there's a lot of good out there.
She was like, there are so many people like you and the state needs to hurry up. So I feel like I'm actually doing something, but I'm saying like, we need to be like in an uproar. We need to start protesting. Like people don't need to be like, oh, there's another variant. We're just going to bend over and take it. No. Speak up. Anyways, God bless, guys.
Well,
You too.
real fast though, so there is actually going to be a little, like a march. Did you see that Rhonda sent?
No.
Mercy. Yeah.
They're doing a nurses for the nurses or something?
It's called March for Mercy. It's going to be at Mercy Hospital tomorrow.
Oh, really?
No, Sunday, my bad.
Sunday, okay.
Sunday from 6 to 8. And so if you want, I can write it down.
What's it for?
It's because Mercy, if you heard, they
probably mandated vaccines.
Mandatory for Mercy staff to
get vaccinated.
Or else they'll get, fired.
Wow.
What I want to know is there is an act called the Federal
HIPAA.
Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act.
Yeah.
In that act, it specifically states if something is used because of emergency purposes, you are not allowed to force it, like AKA the mask too.
Yes.
You're not. You have to give a person an option for emergency purposes.
Exactly.
What I'm understanding is why these laws are being broken and where are the lawsuits and why Arkansas isn't going against this. That's going to be one. I'm actually meeting with one of our legislators tomorrow about this. That's one of my questions. The one that's taking all this stuff for my son's case, they want to get all the information around. That's one of my questions. Why are we allowing this act to be violated? Number two, the Nuremberg Code states you cannot force anything, any sort of medicine, nothing into people at all, period. There are already, so when the lady was like, legislation needs to hurry up and fix these laws, I'm not sure they need to fix the laws. I think they need to enforce the law. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
What
That's all it is.
There's already laws in place. I'm not understanding why people are just...
They don't need to make new laws. They just
need to enforce the ones that are already there. Like, on school, like, they were saying things like, my son was having an asthma attack and he took his mask off and they were like, this teacher was like, put your mask on. He said, I'm having an asthma attack, I can't breathe. And they said to him, do you want to put other kids in the hospital? So you're more worried about random kids who don't even have medical problems at all than my son who right now cannot breathe.
Who's going to go to
a hospital if you don't let him take his mask off. Oh my God, like you mess with my kids and I'm just like irate. You know, I went up there and I went up there. I'm like, we need to figure out how we're going to accommodate them. They called the police on me. Then he missed 2 weeks of school because he was having an asthmatic episode, which can last for a week sometimes.
Wow.
And so I was like, I'm not sending you. Number one, they kept sending him home because he was coughing. But number two, I was like, I'm not going to send you when you can't breathe. And then, you know what I mean?
You have to wear
and
that.
they called the police on me for truancy. I mean, it was like insane
There's one thing
tyranny.
after another.
So I filed a complaint. I won, and they said, you know, you must accommodate her son.
Good.
And I said, so what does that look like? Like, how do you want me to get him accommodated? And they were like, because they kept telling me to get a doctor's note. Well, the thing is, it's been so politicized that doctors wouldn't even write a note. But here's the thing: none of these doctors have seen my child. They don't know his. We just moved here. They don't know his medical record. So I don't get what a doctor who does not even look at my son's chart, who doesn't even know my son, know his medical history, know how bad his asthma is, says about this, and that the fact that he won't write a note. He's already got a documented disability. He's protected under ADA law, Title II. Once again, why are they being allowed to break these protections? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Anyway, sorry, I'll get off my soapbox.
No, you're good.
There you go. Arkansas just met California.
Right? Oh,
Yeah.
here, let me just take a
Yeah, you
picture.
take a photo of that. If you have friends, let them know. It's still legit. There's going to be not, you know, a peaceful little protest. Sunday.
So no burning down buildings and...
Yeah, we're not really
No, it
BLM.
says wear white, so bring a white shirt, come show your support, feel free to save and share. So basically, I'll treat it to you. They trust you with patients' lives, but not to make your own health decisions. Talking about like the staff there. We must stand up and make our voices heard before it's too late. Join us on the sidewalk on Mercy's east side.